yo. Ato yen. Api raga. Acha guru yen yo. Kichuma. Dakar jamie.
Akong Pasco is a resident of Kokil West Village in Palmoy Sub-County, Agago District. Akong is boasting of good hygiene with a proper latrine and other sanitation facilities.
Ayu surona mier karwa kaye no ten wen karaye mier pa chwal chatelo mier bet kele maganga kaka to kaye mier DP kan.
Akongo's achievements were made possible through the WASH SDG program, Uganda WASH Alliance sub-program implemented by WASH Alliance, a consortium of local and international civil society organizations founded by SIMAVI. The program that started implementation in June 2018 aims to increase safe water, sanitation and hygiene in Agago district, leaving no one behind. Kokil West Village has 100 households. At the time of project inception, only 28 had latrines. Project officers from AMREF and JESE met community leaders who they trained in community-led total sanitation. After the training, communities were triggered to demand for WASH services in their localities.
These communities have bylaws, by the way. Everyone is supposed to have a latrine in their home, a hand washing facility, and this was done by they themselves during the first meeting that we had of triggering. So when they come up with these bylaws, they are the ones who implement and enforce. The office of the LC1, together with the VHTs and the sanitation committee members, including the peer supervisors.
During a routine follow-up after all villages were triggered and trained, project officers realized that some households had slid back to poor hygiene practices. As a result, project officers resorted to clustering as the last approach to creating behavior change.
In Kokil specifically, we clustered 5 households per cluster. Each of it has a cluster head. The reason why we did 5 households per cluster was the homes are far apart from each other. So when we put 10, it will be very hard to manage. In our clustering, we consider the social and economic aspect. We look at putting together homes that almost have the same economic status so that they are able to help and support each other in coming up with better sanitation facilities in their homes.
If we group them, we train them, we get a leader of that cluster head who will be following up to see that all these cluster groups, their members should be having all what is needed for what? For sanitation. It will give an easy work for the VST, the LC1 to be moving in the whole village because these people will help them to see that the sanitation improve in their group.
And Papa John and Long Malay can carry at a war mere boon and a gangale.
One teacher machala VST, Michel Carato, and Luigi, Minano, Ginagan Ticatimane, Ticacare, Ticatime Carge, Oberu teacher, Waro Carge car, but gay.
Danamag grouping again, Idul, Amiogi, check the men of Mergen coin, Lugatge, Jomagoro, Mercy Queen Gichoron, Yubo. Joma gufu gi pe ma pera mo gi buta gene tandara ke ci yubu bodgi joma pe ki buyugi ke ci kun buyugi bodgi no gufu gi pe pera mo.
We've been trying to work on an approach called the diamond approach. In the diamond approach, we are seeing different stakeholders working together, and these stakeholders mainly will look at the government, we'll look at the private sector, we'll look at the community itself. We also look at the financing, the financial institutions.
When they have a program, they'll first come to the district, report to the office of the cow. Then cow will direct them to the users department, that is water, whereby any activity they will intend to do is coordinated by the technical staff from the district or the sub-county.
The WASH SDG program also works with 20 schools through a cost recovery planning approach to enable these institutions sustainably finance their WASH facilities. Under this approach, different players are brought on board to influence stakeholders to plan and finance WASH requirements. Ajali Anyena Primary School in Anyena South Village, Agago Town Council, is one of the beneficiary schools implementing cost recovery planning. The school has 850 pupils, 11 teachers, and 2 support staff. 3 members from the school's management committee, 2 from the Parents Teachers Association, the senior woman teacher, and the health club patron from each of the 20 schools was selected for the cost recovery planning training. The training empowered participants with risk assessment, stance ratio calculations, costing, revenue projections, among others. From the training, schools were tasked to come up with an annual cost recovery work plan for WASH requirements.
Always we do planning, and when we are doing the planning, always we move together with this cost recovery work plan we have already have. Each and every time we sensitize the parents in case of any kind of meeting. We come together with the office of the head teacher and then we decide what to be done.
The school has lined up different revenue streams that will secure money to fund WASH needs.
Under that we have UPE grants. We have a total enrollment of 851 pupils and we get 2,900,000. Out of that we shall pick 5% to support WASH program, and the 5% of that is 145,000.
Some other revenue streams include PTA collections, borehole collections, sale of damaged furniture, and farming of cotton and maize.
And make sure that you weed properly. This is one of the activities that we have done under income generating activities to support the cost recovery plan. I can estimate to be 3 to 4 acres. And I'm expecting at least to get 1,000 kilos. If the price is like to remain like the one of last year, then we can get like 2 million.
The impact of the cost recovery planning is having a spillover effect that has compelled the school administration to use it in financing non-sanitation facilities.
We saw on the wall they've calculated their desk ratios because they've assessed the needs, and from that assessment they are trying to calculate the desk ratio, and then they have few classrooms and they need to work on that, but they cannot work on it if they've not planned. So they have an investment plan that you saw on the wall to increase the number of classroom blocks, to increase the number of desks in the school, and also other facilities.
At the time of project intervention, Ajali Anyena was stuck with overfilled latrines that severely affected school activities.
The toilet was full and the school was supposed to be closed. But unfortunately, we had no money. So, as management of the school and as the school administrators, we convened emergency meeting immediately, and we decided that since we don't have money, we have to borrow from the quick loans. Then immediately they gave me the recommendation. I went and borrowed 500,000 shillings, and then we negotiated with the people who emptied it. They came and did the emptying of the toilet.
We've had no hardware facilities to give to these schools. So there's been no latrine put in place, no tank put in place, but the only thing we see pulling strings for sustainability has been cost recovery planning.
When we first came to Ajali Anyena, they didn't have any grass in the compound, no trees around, but at the moment they've planted trees, they've planted grass in their compound, and the hygiene of the school has improved The environment is clear. It was a bushy school, but at the moment we see an improvement in their environment.
Right now there is no open defecation. Right now the toilet is not full. But before these people came, my pupils, how they were using the toilet was not up to date. And the toilet was even full. But when they opened our eyes, they trained us, and then we started implementing. We sensitized the pupils, formation of the clubs, who are helping to monitor the cleanness of the toilet.
Pit emptying has become a popular sanitation service on demand in the area. Given the porous and rocky nature of soils in Agago district, the latrines can hardly contain deep pits to serve communities for a long time. A section of community members in Patong Town Council saw this as an opportunity and opened up a pit emptying enterprise. In March 2019, the group received training from AFSAT in pit emptying techniques. The members were equally empowered with entrepreneurial skills like leadership, marketing, and bookkeeping by Waseu. As a result, they were supported to unite into Agago Sewage and Pit Emptiers Association, which brings together 25 members, of whom 7 are women.
You know, this activity is very profitable to us. You know, when we're emptying over like a latrine which have 2 door like this, we can get something over like 500,000. So, but that activity we can do over like 2 or 3 people can do it.
No changes manok because karachani a pay kichente but ka tiu kimina chente mo acha timu ki gimogang manok makonyoan. As me, I'm not yet married, but I have a child, baby boy. Just that boy dropped me from school. Now I'm now keeping him. By this money I'm working, I'm trying to work to pay him next year to school. Because my mother is now weak, my father is not there. That is how I'm trying to do this just kind of work because he had money on me.
We hope that the cost recovery planning can help institutions sustain their wash facilities and that the clustering of households strengthen the efforts of community-led total sanitation in communities. We also hope that the integration of WASH as a business not only provides WASH services at an affordable cost, but also improves their livelihoods, hence bridging the gap within the diamond.